Hello friends, my name is Keza and I welcome you to Little Readers Rwanda. Today we are reading a story called Alice and the Kind Gorillas that was written by Christine Warugaba, illustrated by Valerie. Alice is a young girl who out of curiosity follows a tourist car and eventually gets lost. She lives in the forest on her own until she's found by the Kind Gorillas. Alice and the Kind Gorillas. Alice was a beautiful young girl who lived with her two brothers and parents in a faraway land called Rwanda. The land of Rwanda was covered by 1,000 beautiful hills. From an early age, Alice loved animals, and not far from her home was a national park. Tourists used to pass by her home to go see the animals. One day, as Alice was playing, she saw a tourist car pass by. She decided to run after it. She ran and ran. After some time, the car was out of sight. The tourist had not seen her. She decided to find her way back home, but she got lost. Feeling tired, she sat under a mango tree, wondering why there were no people around. She spent the night under that mango tree. The next morning, Alice was very hungry. She climbed the mango tree to get some mangoes for breakfast. As she looked down from the tree, she saw a river not far away. After eating some mangoes, she climbed down and ran to get drinking water from the river. Feeling better, she decided to go for a swim. For days that followed, the mango tree became Alice's home and the river her playground. She loved the birds that sang to her every morning during the day. She would go out to the river in hope of finding someone to talk to. Late one evening, Alice's stomach began to hurt. It hurt so much that she started crying. She was vomiting, and for every few minutes, she felt like going to the toilet. She was shivering and her body was hot. The next day, when she woke up, she found herself in a princess-like bed. It was covered by a pink mosquito net. On the side of the bed was a glass of juice and 2 slices of bread. She sat up and started eating her breakfast. As she was about to finish the meal, 2 creatures came in running while clapping their hands. On a closer look, Alice saw the creatures were gorillas, except that they were not ordinary gorillas. The male was dressed like a king and the female like a queen. Alice was so scared that she dropped her glass of juice on the bed. "We found you last night sleeping under a mango tree," said the female gorilla. "Your skin felt hot and we brought you here to take care of you. So you will not eat me now, I'm better?" asked Alice fearfully. "No, child," answered the male gorilla. "You see, my wife and I have been trying to have children of our own, but we have not been successful. We want you to be our daughter." "Really?" Alice said. "You will let me stay and be your daughter? That would be awesome." Alice thought the 2 gorillas were very wise and kind. She thanked them and promised to help with the daily chores. Later that day, the gorillas gave Alice a tour of their house and property. It was a very clean house built with large bamboo trees. "This area is called Runga Forest," said the male gorilla. "I am the king and my wife is the queen, so that makes me a princess?" Alice asked excitedly. Yes, my darling, replied the queen. You are now the princess of Runga Forest. The king told Alice that he was going to invite all the gorillas living in Runga Forest to celebrate her adoption and invitation as a princess. The following Sunday was the celebration day. All the gorillas from Runga Forest gathered to celebrate their king and queen's new child. Days later, as Alice was playing, she heard people talking. She wondered who they were and what they were looking for. Could it be her human family that was looking for her? Alice was ready to fight if she found them to be poachers. She was not going to let any bad people hurt her gorilla family. She saw two pack guards coming towards her. What are you doing here, child? One of the guards asked Alice. I live with a family of gorillas, she replied. What did you say? The guards asked. How did that happen? Alice then told them what had happened. The park guards asked to take Alice back home and she agreed, but she went to say bye to her gorilla family first. She said tearful goodbyes to her gorilla parents and thanked them for saving her life. She told them that she would always be their Runga Forest princess and promised to come back. The queen hugged Alice, not wanting to let go, but she understood that Alice had to find her real parents. After a few days, Alice was reunited with her family. Her brothers told her how the whole family had been searching for her. Alice lived with her family there on. She said a prayer every night before going to bed that God protect the gorillas of Runga Forest from poachers. That was the end of my story. So friends, did you hear how the gorillas were kind to the human? I think us too should be kind to the animals and protect them from poachers. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.